I had so much fun filming my last video, which was reacting to the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album. Now I'm on to the next, and thank you guys so much for all your comments. First of all, you guys are really, really awesome, and you guys helped correct me and put me on the right path because I thought it was gonna be the White Album, but you guys were like, no, don't skip the Magical Mystery Tour, and I'm so glad you said something because I don't want to skip anything. So we're going to musically dissect it, we're going to enjoy it. But a quick little disclaimer is that I won't be able to just play the entire album uninterrupted because there are certain rules that we have to abide by with YouTube and all the copyright situation. So I'll be uploading clips and snippets of the song. Just know that on this side, I am listening to the full album. We're still gonna have a lot of fun. We're still gonna listen to a lot of the music, and any moment of any Beatles song is magical and exciting, especially with an album called Magical Mystery Tour. So we're going to jump on in to the first song, which is also titled Magical Mystery Tour. It's 2 minutes long and 48 seconds, and the lead vocals are McCartney and Lennon. I'm excited and a little bit nervous. Theatrical moment right there. Breaks free and he can't hold it in anymore and he just has to sing. And this is a happy, upbeat, exciting song, but it just, something about the way he delivered that was just so passionate. Horns. Ooh, breakdown. Take you away, take you today. It's cool, it's like a scale up and then down. This is so pretty. Well, that was really awesome. That was a great way to start off the album. Very grand, a grand opening, a grand entrance. Like they had a line in there, something about an invitation. I definitely felt invited. I felt invited to party, invited to tour. This is gonna be otherworldly. Next song on our list is The Fool on the Hill, and it's sung by McCartney. I have heard this song, I've even heard the cover. I forget what the group is that sang it, but they did a really cool cover of the song. Personally, I think I like the Beatles version better, but I'm gonna try to listen with fresh ears and try to hear things that I haven't heard before.
Day after day, perfectly still.
That was so beautiful. I love just starting with that, the piano, structured and grounded, keeping the beats, keeping the pace, but then the wind instrument comes in and it's kind of coming a little bit more from the heart. I feel like it's taking this journey of the Fool on the Hill with us. We'll see if that checks in the next.
But the fool on the hill spinning round.
Two things, actually. One, we're gonna go on with the storyline of the instrument kind of acting as the Fool on the Hill, as a character, taking this character. Every time the melody goes down with the wind instrument, we're kind of being led down too. We're led down and then the lyrics match. It's a sad moment. But then at the end of the chorus there, before going on into the next section, it seemed a little bit bright, like there was a moment of hope. And that kind of matches with the lyrics because we're calling this person a fool on the hill, but we're also saying that this person is very observant and still and quiet, which are not aspects of a fool at all. Seeing the sun going down, seeing the world spinning round, that sounds like someone who's paying attention to what's going on. I'm kind of so attached to the idea of following the instrument because that would be me listening to this song anew. I've never really honed in and focused on that aspect, so maybe I'm just reaching. But I want this to work out with the wind instrument.
Head in a cloud, he ever hears him, the world spinning round.
This moment.
He never listens to.
I mean, I feel like at one point or another, we've all felt like the fool on the hill. All been in situations where we feel we don't fit in, we're just excluded. It's more of a commentary, I think, on society. They'd rather write you off as a fool than to accept that there may be another way of looking at things sometimes. As a people, we all need to have a little bit more compassion for each other. And the thing about this fool on the hill that makes him so not a fool is the fact that they are sure about who they are and they know that they're fine. This song was released on November 27th, 1967. All these things are still relevant. They might be relevant until the sun explodes. Our next song is Flying. It's instrumental. The lead vocal is instrumental. I feel like this is actually confirming that perhaps I was onto something, that the instruments are playing a bigger role now. So far, I'm getting very groovy. We have la la la's. I loved that transition from that kind of more chaotic, dissonant, eerie, ominous moment into a more structured downhill scale was really seamless. They are getting the message across that they're trying to with Flying. I think it's perfect. That moment we were like reaching really high parts in the atmosphere, like we were floating high up on the cloud and we're going too high. And then we're being brought back down gently with care. I got hungry, sorry. Here's some Chipotle. And so that had a very like bluesy feel. Was it a 12 bar blues? I gotta look this up. According to Wikipedia, they note that it was based on the classic 12 bar blues chord progression. Hi, sorry, I got cold also. Guess I'm just falling apart. So perhaps the way we can see our third song, Flying, could be like a vehicle or some sort of transportation into our fourth song, Blue Jay Way. I loved the Harrison song in Sgt. Pepper's, so I'm all the more excited. Okay, wait. Because there's this very mysterious, maybe they're playing things reversed, because one of the sections there kind of reminded me of back like in 2016 when we were on Snapchat all the time. I would always sing and then use the rewind. Like I loved the way it was. I loved that, and that's kind of what that sounds like. Pick up. The feeling is so hard to explain that this is giving me dizzy, falling into a trance. This song makes me feel like I'm being lured in with swirls and colors, just heightened sensory. The ending did something really interesting, and I'm gonna play it back. So we have like an array of dissonance. But that very last note, clear. That dissonance resolves, which I definitely wasn't expecting. That was a surprise. The thing about this song that makes it so eerie is that there are moments of openness, as if there are a lot of major chords in there, but then there are chords that are even more skin crawling, but not in a bad way. It's the tighten release, so it's like major and diminished at the same time, which diminished is like even more minor. There's one more minor third in there than just a minor chord. So it's even more minor than minor. That makes sense. It ends on a C. After all the other craziness. Our fifth song on the list is Your Mother Should Know. And the lead vocals are McCartney. I'm just gonna go back to the beginning really quick because I wanna know if this is just me or if you hear it too. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about it day and night. It's only right. Right? Similar? Maybe? I don't know what it is about this song, but it's like giving me chills all the way down into my stomach. Like, I love this song. I love it. Okay, so many moments to cling on to. G sharp to A, then a whole step to B. That's kind of just stepping up, but for some reason it seems so like mysterious. It has kind of this Halloween feel to it. And it's such an easy little 3-note moment, but it's really captivating. So the melody kept it going, but that time it sounded like it wasn't with like vocalizations. It wasn't with the it was just the instrumentation kept it going. We're gonna listen to it all the way through in context. So there's a lot of like mirroring and a lot of repetition and sequencing. There's a lot of sequencing going on. I can definitely see the magical element and the mystery element in Magical Mystery Tour, and honestly the tour element of it too. All that moment of tension and build-up is let off easy. The Beatles know how to let us down and put us down easy. I want to note that the drum line really stands out in this song to me. I really love it. My ear has grabbed onto it. I really loved how it sounded like there were a lot of like sevenths. Heartbreaking, even though the song wasn't necessarily a heartbreaking song, but just the way that the melody and the instrumentation played together, it sounded like a sad song. Which is ironic because a lot of the times they'll have sad lyrics to a song that actually is upbeat and sounds happy. So it feels like an opposite, like we just got played, is what it feels like. That sounds like I'm quoting DJ Khaled. It sounds like they kind of reversed it on us. One of the things that really pulls me in is that it sounds like it starts off on a minor chord and then it switches over to the major chord. So the 6th song on our list is I Am the Walrus, and the lead vocals are Lennon. And this is another song that I have actually heard before, but actually not too many times. So this will be good to re-listen to this. Lucy in the Sky. We like a good little reference in there to the last album. I'm the Eggman. They are the Eggman. Breakdown. I love how they come up with all these obscure moments of music. It's almost like they're messing with the strings, playing it in a new way, not the way it was intended to be played. And then looking at the lyrics, I am he, as you are he, as you are me. And then looking at the chorus, I am the Eggman, they are the Eggmen, I am the Walrus. So I guess maybe I could be wrong, but it sounds to me like it's a way of saying that we are all connected in some form or another. Some of us in ways that are obvious that we can see clearly, like sometimes some people look alike, and then there's the fact that we are human, but then we're also connecting ourselves to a walrus, saying that maybe there's a bigger connection between all of us, right? Because there's 2 worlds that we live on essentially. Like I've heard this theory, we live on the physical world, and then there's also a spiritual world. And in some sense, we do connect with every living thing because soul, we have a spirit, and perhaps it comes from the same place, or maybe the fact that we don't know where it comes from could be a form of connection. There is something else, the thing that makes us be able to empathize with someone else, to be able to feel someone else's experience, I guess is what this song is referring to, which would be interesting because it would almost fly in the face of Fool on the Hill, which is about people not being able to see someone else's experience. It's just what I'm kind of gathering. And I like that even though it was kind of a chaos moment, and it was, I guess, new age for the time, because I know they were experimenting and doing a whole bunch of things that weren't traditional, it sounded like they used a lot of traditional and classical, like an orchestra amount of instruments and stuff. They just used everything backwards. It was a chaos of classical music, kind of, right? Well, that one was really fun. I really enjoyed that one a lot. Next up, our 7th song is Hello, Goodbye, lead vocals, McCartney. Okay, I have heard this one before. Coming in strong with piano. Oh, I love that. You can hear it. The piano go down, go do 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 do. It's cool. Like I said in the last album, every song should have either a moment of the piano going up or the piano going down. And that one was a bit smaller, more articulated, but it was really, it fit in with the song really nicely. Say goodbye. I love how all of the instruments kind of flowed with the form of the piece. Like in the different sections, the piano was played differently. There were certain sections where it was a little more staccato, and then there were certain sections where it was legato. There might be a little cure to headaches and migraines hidden inside Hello Goodbye, because I'm not even kidding with you. This entire time I've had a headache, and it's kind of like here, it was here, on more so on my left side of my head, but it was really bad. It would radiate throughout my entire head and just went away. Just went away completely.
But now I have a burning sensation like right here in this area of my face, like my eyes feel really dry and like they're burning, and my nose is itchy and my skin right here is itchy, but I won't smear the makeup.
And we're gonna go number 8, Strawberry Fields Forever, lead vocals, Lennon. I've also heard this one before. Love Strawberry Fields.
Let me take you to strawberry fields forever.
The chorus, which is not a traditional way to open. They go from chorus to verse, chorus again, as opposed to the more traditional way, which is verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus. And with the Beatles, every time they pull up a chorus, they have a new introduction into the piece. They'll put in a new instrument, they'll put in a new harmony, a new ad-lib, something that kind of throws it off. But this whole thing is jumbled because it starts with the chorus. And a really fun play on lyric to melody association that they did was that they started off, the chorus started off the whole song, right, with let me take you down, 'cause I'm going to. They're saying let me take you down as the melody is swooping down. So it's so fun how it goes hand in hand.
Understanding all you see. Hard to be someone.
I've always loved that. Do, 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 do. You already know I love the scales, whether they go up or down. I think if I had a choice between the two, I love the going down. It's almost like a dance move. It's like the music is dancing and it's falling downward. Falling with style.
Strawberry fields. Strawberries forever.
Okay, and I'm just gonna look at the lyrics really quick and give you my interpretation. I'm not saying this is what they mean. I'm just gonna do my own, like what this means to me. This is gonna be what this means to me. Let me take you down because I'm going to Strawberry Field. Nothing is real and nothing to get hung about. Strawberry Fields forever. So I feel like this can be interpreted in so many different ways. In order to interpret these lyrics, I'm gonna think of the messages that I've been getting from the rest of the song, that we are really in charge of our own reality. So just because we see it a certain way, right? This is the whole idea of having multiple perspectives. The way you see something isn't the end all ultimate way that thing is, because that thing has its own view of itself, that person has their own view of themselves, but their own view of themselves and their view of you isn't the ultimate end all. That's not what's real. So nothing is real, nothing is set in stone. Things change, things evolve. It can be millions of things at the same time and nothing at the same time. Therefore, nothing is real, right? Does that make any sense? If nothing is real, if you can be anything that you want to be, why not be the person you want to be, right? No one, I think, is in my tree. I mean, it must be high or low. So this could be also in reference to The Fool on the Hill. saying that he's alone on that hill. This guy's alone on that tree. No one sees things the way he sees them. Or he's saying no one has his back. Or saying that maybe he found his own place. Something tells me that this song is meant to provoke all these different questions. And it's a magical mystery tour of the mind, maybe. There are so many things that we think that we don't act upon. So I think taking this tour is a tour of possibility. Number 9, Penny Lane. This is also a song I've heard many times and I love. Trust me, there have been plenty songs on here that I've heard for the very first time. And this is my first time listening to the whole album, top to bottom. So it's still a true first listen. But we've got Penny Lane on deck, vocals, McCartney.
Penny Lane, there is a bar, and all the people alone.
There we have two-ish turns. We have the turn from the happiness. It starts off with Penny Lane, and it's happy, 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 and then it gets dissonant kind of, where it goes da-na-da-da-da-da-da-na, and then we have our second turn, which is the resolution. Da-na-na-na-na. This is also another example of how they use the melodies, and now they're using even the instrumentals to kind of guide the lyrics along, because you have the resolution at stop and say hello. And then you have a little happy little wind moment. I'm not good at whistling, so that's the best I can do.
The little children laughing every lane is in my ear. Blue suburban skies. The queen, he likes to keep.
I feel like when we get to Penny Lane, when we get to the chorus, it's such a rewarding moment and it feels so well deserved. Like when we get there, it's like, yes. Key change. Just an applause for Penny Lane. This song, I think it's pretty straightforward, right? There are a couple characters. So there's a fireman who happens to have an hourglass. There's a banker, there's a barber. It's setting you up of what life looks like in Penny Lane, this little world. It's like they're taking us there. And then that makes me think back to our last song, Strawberry Fields, and it's like, oh wait, maybe Strawberry Fields isn't only like a rose-colored way of looking at the world, maybe it's an actual place. This album is a tour, right? They're giving us a tour. They took us to the field. Now they're taking us to this cute little lane called Penny Lane. Very genius. Now, our second to last song, we've come to the end, which is really sad. Especially because now I don't have a headache. I don't have any itching or burning sensations. Now I feel fine, and we're at the end. That's the power of a Beatles album. I don't doubt that that's what cured me. Next song is Baby You're a Rich Man. Lead vocals, Lennon. That was my first time I ever heard this song. I have to go back and look at a few parts again. I wanted the whole thing to play out because I've never heard that one before, and I really enjoyed listening to that. The clap is really fun. It's really something to hook onto. I just really love his switch in registers. I think it's showing that he has a really great range and very great control over his voice. There's a small detail that I noticed in the last album that sometimes the vocals match the instrumentation. I'm sort of getting a sense of that in his falsetto. Baby, you're a rich man. That's the same note. Da, 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 da. It's the same note over and over at first. It's baby, you're a rich man. Baby, you're a rich man too. So then it goes a whole step, then a half step. Two. So that one is kind of slid. I said it feels so upbeat and so refreshing and like this big ball of positivity. It feels like the sun because it's in G major. which I have always considered to be a very like open, ringing. The time signature accompanies the fact that it's in G major because it's 4/4, which means there's 4 beats in the measure. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It has that steady consistency about it. We have arrived at the last song on our list here, and it's All You Need Is Love. I don't want to tell you this, but I have heard this song before. The lead vocals are Lennon. We are in for a treat. And they're bringing back their slides, which might have been here the whole time, but I haven't been looking out for them. There is the slide. Nothing you can save that can't be saved, 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 saved. 5 half steps. I've never heard that before.
All you need is love, love. All you need is love. Love is all you need. That's all you need.
Oh no, we're at the end. That's it. There's no more songs. Such a beautiful way to end it too. Like there was something about it that was like Christmas Day. Like at the end of A Christmas Carol, like when it's like finally Christmas Day, Mr. Scrooge. The Beatles give me so much childlike joy. Can't wait to have this one on repeat. I'll get back to you soon with my next video. Now it's time to do the White Album, but I need some time to recover from the Magical Mystery Tour. This one was definitely big, a grand moment. It started grand with that invitation, and then it ended with All You Need Is Love, which that is all we need. I guess we can try to tie it back with the message saying, yes, you can see things from different perspectives, but also there's nothing you can do that can't be done. So even when you feel like you're all alone, at the end of the day, you're not. In order to really enjoy life, all you need is love. And it starts with self-love. So you gotta love yourself, because then you'll have enough love to give to the world, and the world will give you love in return. I love the Magical Mystery Tour. I've had a lot of fun with this, as you can tell. I hope that you've had a lot of fun too. Let me know what some of your favorite songs are in this album. Thank you for watching this video and going on this tour with me. If a minor chord is sad, a diminished chord is creepy.